The black veil is thin. The cloth is pierced by phantom hands. They spill through in desperate gasps and breathe midnight into being. A million tiny tears flailing in the deep nothing. I can hear them. In the violence of birth, in the loneliness of passing. I hear them screaming, and I'm afraid that it will never stop.
Your hair. Shandala, will you please tell me what in God's name just happened?
They were scaring my brother.
I watched you go out on the deck. I heard raised voices. The next thing I know, my men are screaming, vomiting blood over the side, pointing in terror. At you. Why?
They are afraid.
Tui.
What are you talking about? Did you do this to them?
No, Gabriel. He would not harm a soul. Not if he feels safe. You do feel safe, don't you, Tui?
Safe? No. You play tricks. You both play tricks. But I only forgive one of you.
Tui, please. We've been at sea a long time. My men were only having a little fun. To them, you're different, exotic. They just wanted a closer look.
Is that what you want from her? To be close? I smell it on you.
All you smell is too much wine and some mild embarrassment. Nothing more. I would never hurt her, Tui. I've been looking for her so long. It's like she's a part of me. I love her like you do. Like a sister.
You lie! She is my sister! You are just like the first man who took Mama away. A bad omen. It begin when you come, it end when you go!
Don't do this, Tui! Shandala, please!
Stop! You are frightening him. You know how that feels. You know!
Shandala? Where are you? So cold. I want to go home. Please. Mama. Papa. Help me, please. Nothing here. Nothing. Nothing. But me. Mama. So cold. So cold. So cold.
Tui, be careful! Man overboard!
ETA, Captain. I've got our Echo Tango Alpha at 7 hours, 35 minutes, Major. They better have those doors jawed, because this bitch is corked. Yes, sir.
You relieved, Sergeant.
Sir. Sorry, sir, but I have orders from Colonel Brahmas to stay peeled until we land.
And we have orders from Briggs to take your place, don't we, Lieutenant?
That's right, Lieutenant. Maybe the General is concerned with the Colonel's judgment here, Sergeant. That's my gut on it. What do you think, Lieutenant?
I know a lot of things that I wouldn't share with the Colonel. If the turban fits, Lieutenant. If the turban fits. Fuck off, Sergeant.
You heard the Lieutenant, Canuck. Fuck off.
Sir, yes, sir.
So, Lieutenant, any thoughts on that hostile we took out?
What? You mean the dirty sand nigger we bagged, Lieutenant?
That's right. The one we found in the bunker near the abandoned Jeep.
The Jeep filled with enough C4 to have us all eating angel pussy?
Or ghost dick for our friend here. We found him crying in a corner, Major.
Praying to Allah or Buddha or whatever the fuck it is you ragheads pray to.
And then he begged. He said we could do whatever we wanted to him. But we had to spare his friend. So we did whatever we wanted to him. And then asked what his friend looked like.
He looks like me. He looks like...
Don't know when he shit himself, before or after.
But I remember his brains hitting the wall, attracting all those ants.
And I remember he had nice teeth. I never felt them once. At least not while they were in his head.
In the name of God, the merciful and compassionate.
Oh no, Major, no mercy for the weak. He was a coward, he was a terrorist, and he had a friend that looked like him.
Sure, a little freak had white hair, and you're bold as a schoolgirl snatch. But there was one distinguishing mark, a fresh mark, that made us think of you.
And we wanted to give you a few more to keep it company. Lieutenant.
My pleasure, Lieutenant. I'll try to keep him breathing for you. Time to play, Major. Man, I think he's praying already.
Yes. Praying for you.
Shit, he's into it!
Fuck off! 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 Fuck off!
Meat! Come on, pussy. Show me what you got. First one's free. You little cock-sucking camel jockey. That almost tickled.
That was for me. That was for the man you killed! Now I give to the Most Holy. My time alone in the sand with the book has blessed me. I did not understand, not until I saw his dead face. Not until he joined the 1 million. You give your life to God. All of it. If I die today, I die in bliss. For I believe. I believe. I believe! Your cause is lost. You cannot hurt me. You cannot hurt me! You cannot hurt me!
Let him go, lieutenants. Charles Bravado, you are confined to the nose until we touch down. You can then look forward to disciplinaries.
But Colonel, there's not a scratch on him, and look at us.
I'd rather not, Lieutenant. Now, in your own words, fuck off.
Yes, sir.
We'll get you looked at as soon as we land, Major. I'm sorry.
You cannot hurt me. For I believe.
I am not asleep. I woke up at 5 this morning. Ungodly. Shit. Crunch the bowels and drop a squadron of concentrated toxins into the sewer. My contribution to future generations. Shower. Rub and lather and scrape and peel the filth off. There are still millions of microscopic parasites doing the cling and suck, but at least you've covered your scent. Shave. Take a 4-inch molded plastic handle topped with tiny parallel scalpels and drag it across your face. Use small squares of ass wipe and dab at the seepage. So there I am, neck covered in miniature Japanese flags, when I get the buzz. Jarhead here is early. I race downstairs and the fucker pats me down thoroughly before I get in the car. So it's true, men that use guns like to play with them too. Cockhound. I was hoping for at least a few minutes on the PC, dig some more dirt on my promotion. To Lear Spec Silo. Lear, a biocom founder. A no-brainer as lots of projects pay homage in their code names. Spec. I'm guessing that this has something to do with what I found in Palmer's raw files. The specs being multiple sets of 3 numbers, coordinates, silo, and here's the ball shrinker. Knowing my destination. A NORAD facility. VFSI, Valhalla First Strike Installation. First Strike. Silo. Motherfucker. I read about this place. A blur of fact and fiction. Supposedly it was old Hopi Indian territory, a deep series of cathedral-like caves. The brass moved in after World War II and started fortifying for the Cold War. Some say it's like Mount Weather in Vermont, an underground city built to save the best and brightest in the event of an all-out nuke fest. Others claim that it's connected to a network of bases across the continent by a complex series of high-speed subterranean shuttles, like pneumatic tubes with Area 51 as the hub. All I know is there's no guard booth. The driver told me to stand in front of the gate and wait. So I'm waiting, a little man on the cusp of Valhalla, where the gods live. Where is Heimdall? Who guards the Rainbow Bridge? Should have guessed. Must have my biocom pass dialed. That's why I don't use a cell. It's my electromagnetic fitness program. I like to limit my radiation intake. Keeps me feeling fresh. Don't want to think about how often it happens without me knowing it. All in the name of security. But where's their public face? Where are the sentries? I guess they want to keep a low profile. Welcome to the Death Star, table for 1. I'm in a story. I'm Alibaba. And all I need are the magic words. The story changes. I'm Jonah. Swallowed by a great and terrible whale. Only to conspire in its belly.
Welcome to Valhalla, Matthews. I'm Colonel Keene. Good, you brought your laptop.
Yes, but I haven't been briefed on.
You'll be brought on board, downstairs. Keep your eyes on the back of my boots and stay within 3 meters. Do not deviate. Clear?
Yes, sir. The jaws close behind me, and the story changes once more. I am Orpheus. I charmed the ferryman, so we drift across the Styx. And into the underworld. It's hard to see, I'm almost missing the hum of fluorescence in the cubicle barnyard. It's getting warm. I imagine little pitchforks in my skin and the torturous gaze of a succubus that looks like Sandra. I smell sulfur and pray it's just a nervous bowel.
Don't lag, Matthews. Almost there.
Almost where? To meet the king? To see the face of Hades?
The tech head is here. What's the status?
Well, Colonel, I'd give about 4 hours before we get saturation with the haloperidol and his status drop into range.
Good.
Christ, this is starting to make sense. Terrible sense.
Matthews, this is Major Wyndham, our base surgeon. He'll be assisting him. Major?
We need you to monitor chip parameters in the pre- and post-insertion states. You're welcome to check the subject's vitals before we begin the procedure.
The story ends, and reality comes flooding in. I'm treading panicked in the wake of old dreams, sinking deep into something of my own design. A nightmare brought to life.